My name's Brian. I have a channel here on YouTube. It's Banded B, and I'm responding to a question that was posed of a friend of mine, Banded Wendy, about about a few things. Now, I'm not going to hit on the whole email because a couple of really good friends of mine, Rebecca, who is probably I would consider the world's expert on fast food addiction, has got a lot more experience in that department than I do. She gives some really good advice, and if you haven't seen her video yet, her video response to Wendy's question, I would highly recommend you do that. And you know, another really good personality that I'm dying to talk to, Tamika, a new me 1109. She has some very good insight from the perspective of a coach and a counselor, and I think that those are two individuals who, if this video is being made for you, you take a look at, because they know what they're talking about. I tend to focus a little more on the mental mind game. I'm the self-proclaimed king of motivation, the master of positive mental attitude. I've said this before. You could probably walk up to me and slap me in the face, and after I broke your nose, I'd find a way to make it positive. No, I'm kidding. But I'm a firm believer that your entire life is, how can I put this? Your entire life is led by your positive, your mental position or disposition, as the case may be. If you get up in the morning and you find a way to focus and to get positive, your day will be that way. If you get up in the morning and you're in a shitty mood, pardon my language, your day is going to be that way. Now, I said this before talking about weight loss and weight gain. If you kept a log for 4 weeks straight, every day, and you put good day, bad day, if you had a good day or a bad day, and at the end of the week you put how much weight you gained or lost, I guarantee you on the weeks that you had more bad days, you gained weight. And on the days that you had more good days, you lost weight. Because your mental attitude is key. This whole weight loss journey, whether you are a surgery patient or whether you're doing it with the Atkins diet or you're doing it through Weight Watchers or whatever, this whole thing is mental. It's 99% mental. You know, you've got to put yourself in the right mindset. You've got to get motivated. You've got to follow the rules. You've got to follow up. You've got to talk to people. You've got to listen to people. You know, and that's all up here. That's all up here. You know, one of the things that, pardon me while I straighten my stool out, one of the things that really caught my eye was when Wendy had read that you were having some problems being motivated to do simple things like going to the gym. And we all have problems going to the gym. I have problems going to the gym. Wendy has problems going to the gym. You know, and it's all mental. It's all upstairs. But that kind of made me think. And what I'm getting, and I could be completely wrong. I'm not a psychoanalyst. I'm not a therapist. But what I'm seeing is an overall theme. You know, and from the fast food to the snacking to what I like to call a lack of accomplishment, and not a lack of feeling accomplished, I guess is the better way to put that, to not going to work out, to being to a point where you feel you need to reach out to somebody. All of those things come from one focal point, and that is your motivation. You've got to find motivation. It's something that everybody has, but from time to time we tend to forget about. You know, I can't tell you what your motivation is. Only you can tell you what your motivation is, but you've got it. And whether you think you do or not, it's there. And I can tell you how to find it. I just can't tell you what it is. You know, Becca touched on this for just a moment. You know, she said when you decided to let somebody cut your body, when you woke up in the morning and you looked in the mirror, something made you say, I think I'm going to get weight loss surgery because whatever it was. There was a point in your life where you made that decision. And it was traumatic. I guarantee you it was traumatic. Because people don't just wake up in the morning and go, hey, I'm going to have surgery today. Shit doesn't happen that way. All right? It might happen that way on TV. It might happen that way in the books and in the articles you read about these people. But in fairy tales, it happens that way. In real life, in the people's videos that you're watching, it doesn't happen that way. We went through something. You know, for me personally, I went to the doctor and he told me if I didn't do something, I was going to be like my grandfather who lost 3 limbs and then died and didn't get to see his grandkids grow up. And for me, that was my motivation. You know, I went to the doctor, I weighed 356 pounds, and he told me I was going to die. And I wasn't having that shit. So I tattooed it on my leg. So that every day when I get up and I take a shower, I see it. It's right there. And I get that motivation every morning. Everybody gets motivated differently. And you're going to have to find a way to keep that in the forefront of your mind. Because that's the only way you're going to stay focused. Every single day. You've got to find a way to keep it right there in the forefront of your brain, whether it be to put a note on the ceiling so you see it when you wake up in the morning, or to set your alarm clock so it says, hey, fast, get up and go to the gym. Or if you put, what's my phone? Oh, I'm recording on my phone. Duh. If you change the wallpaper on your phone to like a big pig or something, you know, whatever you got to do to get motivated, whatever you have to do to remind yourself of the day your journey began. Because that day that you said, I need to do something about my weight. And it doesn't matter if it was surgery, or if you tried to go to a nutritionist first, or if you starved yourself before you decided to have surgery, but there was a day in your life when you said something is not right about the way that I am and I need to do something about it, damn it. That's the day your journey began. And if you go back to that day and you really think about it, that's your motivation. That's why you're doing what you do. And then the work begins. Then you have to find a way to keep that in the forefront of your mind. You have to make your entire life about that day. Because, let me tell you something. If you've got a road to go down, alright, and you start your day going this way, and about half the day goes by, and you finally get in the direction you're going, well, you've wasted half a day getting back down the path. If you wake up in the morning and you go, boom, it's a new day, I'm gonna do everything right, I'm gonna follow the rules, I'm gonna eat right, I'm gonna do everything I need to do. Nothing's gonna get in my way. And you start out going down the right path. What can stop you? Nothing. Nothing can stop you. I know you want to lose weight. You would be here if you didn't want to lose weight. You just need to find that focus. And, you know, I said this before, I'm not a therapist, but I'm such a firm believer in this, I should be a preacher. I firmly believe that if you can go back and you can find that motivation, and you can find a way to stay focused, that the rest of your problems will go away. The fast food, the snacking, the closet eating, all that bullshit, right out the window, if you can find that motivation again. Well, I'm not going to preach anymore. I know I'm not the only person on YouTube, so I hope I've helped, and if not, I hope I used up an adequate amount of hard drive space at YouTube. Have a great day. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions, and of course, take care.